Howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. It is raining pretty hard out loud. It is raining pretty hard outside. It is 6:53 a.m., so I'm starting a trifle early. I like to start at 7 a.m., but I just been waking up so early these days. Once again, pain woke me up. Not gut pain this time. No, lately just lying on my side. Oh my God, my muscles hurt so bad. But I can't sleep on my back. Can't sleep on my stomach, so I can only go side to side. Sleeping on my right side, oh, everything hurt from my shoulders to my hip joint. So, yay. Anyway, though, as stated, it is raining. So, for the, I can't speak English, for the Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report, well, as stated, it's raining outside. It was kind of sort of raining last night. I went on just a straight shot from here. Well, actually, it wasn't a straight shot, was it? I did some minor walking last night to go to Safeway and then come back. So I bought a couple yogurts and a soda, so thumbs up for that. But it was only mildly just sprinkled, sort of misty thing when I was on my way, and then almost made it back and it started to rain mildly. But now it's raining pretty hard, and it was raining while I was sleeping, so thumbs up. Hey, it's the Pacific Northwest. We used to say, you don't tan in Washington, you rust. Yeah, that sort of old stupid thing, but it doesn't rain as much anymore. Changing climate as we warm up the globe. Yay! So thumbs up on that. Spider report. There's a gangly spider up there. There's a gangly spider still down on my lamp shade area. She's got a web between the edges of a printer that doesn't work, but I use it as a table right down there, and the actual shade curtain. So I'm looking to see if I can find my comb so I could comb my hair while I'm here, because I'm just wanting to make sure it looks okay. Hopefully it does. The two garden spiders are still doing well over there. Definitely a thumbs up. Good deal. Yay! And plague rat report. Well, I wasn't around a whole bunch of people last night, and I didn't really pay attention to a whole bunch, so people are still not wearing masks properly when they do. And it's insane. It is insane. We're not in a spike. It is a straight wall, straight up here in the United States. It is bad. We're not going to hit 1 million dead by the end of the year. Only 3 months to go. December, January? Yeah, in November. So, good. But we've got way too many people that are gone. Anyway, though, so that's the daily Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report. Thumbs up on that. Now, I've got a couple things written down on my topics list because that helps me get my thoughts a tiny bit focused, like astigmatism. Last night, I saw this thing on Facebook. It was a picture, and it said, people with astigmatism be like. And then it showed a whole bunch it was a night scene, and there were all these lines that just were coming out of all of the headlights and streetlights of this nighttime city scene. And I went, wait a minute. This weird vision that I've been seeing when I go out looking at stuff at night, it's like this. That must be my astigmatism. I've had astigmatism my whole life. Mild, apparently, because it's only been in like the past 5 years I've really noticed this, but last night especially, when I went out walking because I saw that thing, I went, that's me, that's my vision. I don't see long lines. I generally see small, short, little lines, and there'll be bunches of these tiny little lines, and like one of the lights I passed by was just all these striated, bright lines around it. I could not see the actual light itself. Everything was just striated lines coming out of it. And other lights will have small striated lines and halos of that. Half the time, though, when I look at something, Google image search for human iris. That's what it looks like around the eye. around lights. When I look at street lights, it looks like a human iris, except take all the solid parts that you see, and that is this nimbus cloud glow around the light. It doesn't move. It doesn't have any of the color or anything like that, but that weird sort of, nebula look that the human iris has is what's around lights. And it doesn't move. I move my head around, I shift, I look around at other things near it, and it's a static image. So it's my eyes. But it is weird and it is strangely beautiful. Because when I have the short striated lines, when I say striated tissue is like stripes. So if you have a line like this with a whole bunch of little shading lines that go across it in stripes, that is striated. What I have is it'll be like a white line like that, and then right in the middle of it is the band of shading. It would have been fully shaded, except it's squashed down like this that runs through the center of it. And it's kind of a little, what is that called when you look through the thingy and you see the lights, the spectrum? It is a little like rainbow in the middle of those tiny lines. So there's thousands of these tiny lines, all of them with little rainbows on them. And that's what I see when I go out walking. There is now car headlights, about half of them do that. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some house lights don't do it. But about 75% of the lights that I look at when I'm out walking, there's just this static, not impression, but like a static overlay put over the top of it. And that's what I'm seeing. So yeah, my astigmatism is pretty bad, but it is oddly beautiful. Because I was walking by a house and it had a fluorescent bulb. And there was just, the white fluorescent bulb. But shading out from it, there was like, and this was all just my eyes, on each side of it there was a different colored bar, and it was shading out over the rainbow as it left out with these bars that faded out. So instead of just a white bar, it's a bar of rainbow color that fades out around it. Beautiful, all of it, but hard to see details because of all this. It's like a filter put over the top of it. One of those prism filters, so everything is whee! That's my eyes. Like I said, beautiful, but oy vey. But now I know. And so much of what I've learned of what's happening about my body all my life, or what's happening now, is because of stuff that I just wander across on the internet. Somebody doing a quick meme thing. Now I know about my astigmatism better because of that. Now I know about my ADHD better because I saw some stuff on the internet about people going, hey, I have to drink coffee to go to sleep. So, thumbs up. I just thought I'd mention that. Also, I've been playing the game Genshin Impact for the channel. And one of the things it reminded me, because there are some characters that I've unlocked that all have Chinese names. Now, Chinese names are not pronounced the same way that we would no matter how you write them down. So you have to kind of ask because of pronunciation things. So when I saw these names of these characters coming up, I didn't even want to try because I knew I would slaughter them badly. The reason I brought this up, before I met my wife, or no, not before I met my wife, around the time I met my wife and was courting her at work, because I worked at a nursing home and my future wife-to-be at that time was a licensed practical nurse. There was another nurse who worked at that nursing home, but she was from China. Some sort of exchange type program. She was working over in Bellingham, Washington, under a contract to come from China to learn and do things and then go back eventually. I think I was the only person there that stopped and said, how do you pronounce your name properly? Because everyone there just called her Schwa. And she was just absurdly happy and grateful that I stopped and asked her, how do you pronounce that properly? And then whenever I talked to her, I used her proper pronunciation for my name. It was closer to, after 18 years, I can't do it properly, it was closer to Shiwa, not Shwa. So when I talked to her, it was Shiwa. And this day, she was just absurdly grateful, which is sad, but glad that I could help make her even a little bit better, or feel a little bit better. I couldn't make her better. So, but the reason I was bringing that up is because especially there was some names and I've got them written down over on the side. The person that left me a comment said, don't really worry about pronunciation, but if you're curious, well, I like to say things right. I like to say things properly, especially if it's something from a different language. I mean, it shows some respect is what I try to do. The one name is spelled Mingguang. That one I didn't even want to try at the time, but it's pronounced more Ningguan. And that's cool. That's a good sounding name as well. And then the other one is Xiangling. That one is more like, and the way they've got it written down is a Zhuanling. So I'm doing my best because I want to pronounce them properly. And I think names like that are awesome. They sound good. So thumbs up on that. Just thought I'd mention. Also, my kitty is just making me sad today. She doesn't come into my bedroom anymore. And I mean, I can't even coax her into my bedroom anymore. I woke up today and she was outside. Now, I leave my bedroom door open all the time. The only thing I have now is a blackout curtain that comes down to like halfway. And so when I enter or leave my bedroom, I just shove the curtain out of the way, walk through, and then let the curtain shut behind me. And as stated, it's only halfway, so it maybe comes down to like, bottom of my rib cage from the top of the door. So all I have to do is bend my head a little bit or just look at the door, and there'll be the cat. I couldn't even get her to walk in the door to come into the bedroom. And it's like, kitty, come on, come on, come on. And she'd walk to it and then wouldn't come in. And then when she jumps on my lap, she's sure affectionate, but the minute I make a move, she jumps down and runs over to the food dish. She's not being affectionate because she wants affection. She's being affectionate because feed me. And so this morning, I'm not too happy with the cat. It's like, if you're not going to show me affection, I'm not going to show you affection. So forget it. Now, she's older, so I'm not going to do this for any great length of time. But I'm a human being. We are contrary. We are goofy. None of the stuff that we do and say makes sense. It's amazing we can get along and work in the world as well as we do. So yes, right now, I am offended by the rejection by my cat. Later on today, I'll stop being so offended. I mean, I'm still feeding her, I'm still petting her, but if she's not going to go out of her way to show me actual affection, then I'm not going out of my way to show her actual affection either. So, thumbs up for that. It's that kind of day. Also, just as a really quick aside, we have about 700 active cases that have been detected of the covfefe bug here in Mason County, Washington, which is where Shelton, Washington, the city I live in, is in. Well, town. There's about 10,000 people in Shelton. There's about 66,000 people in Mason County where I live. So only 1,000 official tracked cases. Less than that by a couple hundred. Okay, we're not burning horribly here. It's not a forest fire from the covfefe bug yet. But that doesn't make me feel any happier or better or safer when I walk by restaurants and they're full of people with no masks on. When I walk by the Shelton Athletic Club and it's filled with people that are exercising, puffing out their particles with not a single mask on in sight. I see people occasionally walking with masks outside, and I'm glad. I wear mine when I'm not smoking pre-rolls, But when I'm smoking pre-rolls, no, I don't wear my mask. But I make sure to maintain good social distancing. I cross streets when I can. It's only when I can't that I actually walk by people. But even at that, if someone's on the sidewalk, I walk off the sidewalk as close into the traffic as I safely can, just to maintain that distance. I do not want to cross that threshold of, you got it now. So, yeah, I'm worried. I am worried. I tweeted about this yesterday, but I went and changed it to motor oil to document other stuff, and I think I said it yesterday. The way the United States is doing this, if the covfefe bug was motor oil, 75% of the United States, we would be bathing in it. We would be drinking it involuntarily, just going, motor oil's good for you. And of course, after they do that, you gotta drag them off to the hospital and they die from poisoning. So, we're never gonna get rid of this. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now, just thanking you having taken the time, expended the calories, and left a comment. Thank you very, very much. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm amazed that I can remember anything at all. I'm 1,000% better, and getting better all the time, but until I can treat my ADHD and all, not much I can do. We have Honor, thank you very, very much. Ty Blang, BLLANG, thumbs up and thank you. We have Agun Wirasatya, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Confused Al29, always good to see you. We have Melanistic Serval, heck of a name, thank you. Colin Reisner, good to see you. We have Mr. Valdak, who is the one that gave me all sorts of good information on names and mechanics for the game, Genshin Impact. We have Heidi Sanchez, thank you very, very much. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Mar LDR, thumbs up and thank you. Edie Bello, greatly appreciated. Kenshir Otaku, thumbs up. Sean Villar, greatly appreciated. GRIZIOS, Grizius, thumbs up and thank you. Simon Shura, greatly appreciated. We have Nico Bands, good to see you. Olaf on Mixer, I thought, well, is well, I don't know. It depends how much Mixer we're talking about. I'll talk about that later too. Not today, but another day. AYY Lamau, thumbs up and thank you. And I'll have to talk about ASMR as well. Virus1234, thumbs up and thank you. LXRRRD, really appreciate it. Kapaki, thumbs up and thank you. We have Rose.3040. Thank you. Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. Lucifer, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Brady Powers, thumbs up and thank you also very much. Whether I thank you or not, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. When you're depressed, and I have biochemical depression, no matter how much therapy I get, my biochemistry is always going to make me depressed no matter what. Now, because of that, you need to have other voices than your own inside the echo chamber of your skull. If you could check out my various links down below. Excuse me. Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out financially without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well. If you'd like to help me out without doing anything at all like that, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, definite thumbs up. And if you can hit that notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very, very cool. Definitely an awesome thing. Well, son of a gun, I got this video, I have another video I need to edit, render, and then upload, so I'm going to be semi-busy. Hopefully I'll record something for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to go walkies at some time today, because, oh boy. Anyway, though, the lobster hat-wearing duckhead of judgment suffers from a surplus of scorn. Do not disappoint the lobster hat-wearing duckhead of judgment. It is ready, not eager. ready to cast that scorn upon any and all who it finds disappointing. Do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duck head of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And Black Lives Matter, they do. Justice for everybody. The jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniform keep brutalizing and murdering in their homes and on American streets. Please, wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, practice your social distancing, practice your self-care. Please, these are very, very hard times. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Be as creative as you can. Try not to be self-destructive, and I will see you on the flip side.